Okay, welcome SportGlobe family to another one of our YouTube videos here. It's an awesome day today. I just want to thank you very much for joining us and sharing it with us. There's something that I want to share with you guys that I have been looking at. I've found 3 videos as a matter of fact, and there's 3 videos with 3 persons that have something in common. Past President Obama. Should really say President Obama. I'm really the big man still. Allyson Felix and Chris Bosh, NBA player. Chris Bosh. They have 3 things in common. And I want to share those 3 things with you. With 3 videos that I found. And I really love them. And I love the things that they have in common. And I want to really share them with you. 3 very important things. One very important thing they have in common. And I love it. Gone to bed. And I want to share it with you guys. And I want you guys to tell me what you think about it. I'm going to put my comments there. I want you to leave your comments here as well. In terms of these things in terms of this one particular things that they have in common. And it's common with these 3 videos. And I want you to watch the videos. Tell me what you think about it. And tell me what is the thing that you think is common with these 3 individuals. Past President Obama. Allyson Felix, of course, she came back out of retirement. And Chris Bosh, that had something to say about a Canadian. It's not even so common that an American star is going to say something about a Canadian star. So let's listen. I'm going to share this video and you tell me what you think. I think it is unselfishness. The word that I use for it. Very unselfish of these Americans and what they do and what they did and how it came across for me. So I'm going to share these videos with you and you can all tell me what you think. I'll chime in between them and tell you how I felt about each of them videos. Alright, so watch the videos and tell me exactly what you think. So let's go to the videos and I'm going to start off with the first one. This is Obama, when he was President Obama, and his relationship that he keeps having with sports personalities and how he honors them and adore them and how they adore him all the time. So watch this video and tell me what you think. This episode is sponsored by J&J Garage. Top quality, cheap prices.
J Garage, we do excellent brakes and clutch repair. Pressure plates, flywheels, disc brake pad, brake shoes, clutches. Any job you have, cars, vans, jeeps, buses, trucks and tractors. Just call J&J Garage, 1-876-408-3836, 887-7504 for all your pickup and delivery service throughout the 14 parishes.
Yeah, so that was President Obama and what he did in honoring these players. But what I liked about it is the way they have this is the President of the United States. Yeah, come on. President of the United States, not like no. Presidents of the United States having such a relationship with these, retired basketball players. It's almost like they are friends. And if you know President Obama, even today's date, he would go sit down at courtside. And it was almost like he was a part of the game as a regular fan of basketball. And just the same, honoring them. And they literally, playing around, messing around, even when he was president. of the United States. So that was really remarkable to see. As head of state, they can be having that kind of a relationship and that kind of a fun, even as in. But let's listen to what Allyson Felix has to say. And I want you to take this one seriously and just listen keenly to what she had to say about her relationship and her relationship with her sponsors and how she dealt with her contract for other track and field athletes. Not even just Americans, but other track and field athletes and women in particular. So take a listen and tell me exactly what you think and how unselfish she was, even when it comes to her money and contract. So take a listen.
That are ugly and horrible. There's parts of that are just business, and you don't have to be amazing, great people to do business. It would obviously be better if you were, but you don't have to be. And I think what they never thought could happen is what did happen.
Which is
they never thought that we would actually stand up to them and that Allyson would sit down and
I wrote a New York Times op-ed sharing what was going on. We had turned our attention away from the financial part of it and asked for maternal protections, which simply meant the contracts are performance-based. And so they're created so that if you go to the Olympics or World Championships, you get a bonus. And if you don't, you get a reduction. But if you have a baby or if you've just given birth, there was nothing to protect you. So I was simply asking for time to be able to recover after childbirth and not be further financially penalized. And at first, they said yes. And I was like, oh, okay. Then we can move forward. And when the contract came back, there was no mention of maternity, no pregnancy. And what we learned was that they were not willing to set that precedent for everyone. They were willing to give it to me, but not for everyone. And so for me, that was just, this happened over a course of time. I ended up giving birth to my daughter, and there was to me, it just felt like unacceptable. It just felt like I couldn't stand by on that. So, wrote that New York Times op-ed, shared what so many women before me had also, who were under NDAs, had gone through. And, shared my truth. And I think it was about 2.5 weeks after that op-ed came out that, Nike changed their policy along with, many other companies, today offering 18 months of maternal protection. And, but terrifying,
I bet.
terrifying.
Really scary.
I'm thinking back to something you said earlier about your parents being of service to everyone. That was your opportunity to be of service.
Because you could have taken your money and
you could have just said, okay, I'm hooked up, like a lot of people do. And so kudos to you.
Yeah, so you did have a listen to that, and I want you to understand it was such an unselfish thing that Allyson Felix did. Of course, the video was Michelle Obama platform that I saw it on in regards to a conversation that she and her brother was having with Allyson Felix and her brother in regards to a contract that she was been happened to be signing with Nike at the time. And the unselfishness about it is that she said to Nike, hey, listen, if you can't put these things in there for me for maternity, right, then I don't think I'm just going to go with the contract. And she turned it down. No, after that, Nike started writing to their contract for females to have this maternity thing in their contracts that they have. And so other sports manufacturing companies, shoe manufacturing companies start to put this into their thing. So it's because of what she did unselfishly why these things are now into the contract. So athletes, again, I'm going to tell you that you guys have the power in your hands. You can use it. Use the power that you have in your hands to do the contracts properly. Don't be scared. She said that it was tough for her, yes, in making the decision. But she had to do what she had to do as a parent. And if her sport is not going to recognize that, then it doesn't make any sense. So guess what? She did it. And it results in the sports manufacturing companies start recognizing women and that they give birth and that they need time off from the sport to be able to, take care of whatever they need to take care of. So it was such an unselfish thing. And that's why I love the video so much. I love the conversation. Kudos to Allyson Felix. You wasn't doing something just for yourself. You was looking out for others, because you could have taken the contract, walk away, and don't care. But you did not. And well appreciated. So go and check out Michelle Obama's platform as well. And, check out some of what she's doing. But
hey, everyone, check out this bump-free spray. It stops the grown hair. To show you just one spray. It's that easy. No bumps, no irritation, just smooth skin. Get yours today.
But I have another one, an American again, unselfishness about them. And this is Chris Bosh at the time. This year he was given some kudos to a Canadian star that is on the rise right now. I want you to take a listen to what he has to say, and then I'll come back and just give you my take on it. So take a listen right now what Chris Bosh has to say about Shai Alexander, the Canadian MVP for the NBA, I think last year, and he's MVP this year, just to show the magnitude of work that persons from other countries can contribute to a sport, even if it's a non-American sport. So take a listen to what he has to say. Really rate him for this, though.
Two-time MVP, 2 in a row. That's tough to do. Congratulations to two-time MVP SGA. What a wonderful feat. Second Canadian to do that behind Steve Nash. I mean, these guys are really setting the tone for their country as far as the sport is concerned. What I think two-time MVP 2 years in a row. He's joining Giannis, he's joining Nikola Jokic, he's joining Steve Nash. A wonderful, illustrious crew. You're in good company, man. Congratulations. And I will say this, I do have some experience playing basketball north of the border. Let me tell you something. This guy is a huge inspiration, not only for his country, but for people that love the game. I can't say that I've seen anyone play the way he does. And let's be frank, last year, he had a dominant year. I mean, he won every damn award that they had. I think MVP, Finals MVP, All-Star Game MVP, didn't he? I can't remember. I remember him sweeping it all. Scoring champion. He gets buckets, he gets assists, he gets wins. And coming from Toronto, I think he's from Toronto or Hamilton. If you don't know where those places are, do your homework, especially Hamilton. I know we hung out in Hamilton a couple times back in our younger days, but just in my experience playing north of the border, you get counted out. People get counted out. You really don't think of basketball players being from Canada, really, even though they have a strong presence and a strong team, especially with this new generation. I think Vince Carter, of course, he inspired a lot of youngsters to start playing basketball. I remember being there hoping to inspire a lot of people playing basketball, hopefully giving some excitement to the country and the city, because Toronto is a wonderful metropolitan international city, and we wanted people to see that. But you kind of get counted out. I mean, even before Drake broke through the mainstream, if you were a Canadian artist, it was really tough to cut through that American market. Even with us, we were playing basketball. We wanted to be on national TV. We wanted to be shown in the States, and that always didn't happen. But we always had a whole country behind us. So SGA, man, keep going. You're inspiring a whole new generation of players. It's wonderful. He is the new guy. Now it's on to the rest of the playoffs. So congratulations. Two-time MVP, 2 in a row. That's tough to do.
Yeah, man, that's Chris Bosh there, Definitely giving kudos to Shai Alexander from Of course, Oklahoma City Thunders, and they're doing pretty well right now in the NBA in the 2026 season. They're up against, tough opponent in the Spurs, but they're all in their own and they're doing their thing. My firm belief is that, they're going to get the win again and take the NBA this season. Really looking good. So, Shea Hope out of Hamilton here in Ontario doing pretty well and becoming MVP once again. And hear that kudos coming from Chris Bosh, just to show you that the development of the game in Toronto and in Canada is getting better and better. So much so that we can have back-to-back MVP, and little later, maybe we have back-to-back another champion coming home again with the NBA trophy. Yo, but that was really nice, magnificent, and unselfishness again, coming from Chris Bosh there, even recognizing a Canadian, a non-American, in terms of the work that he's doing, and just giving kudos to that, So I wanted to share that with you guys. I want you to leave in the comment section and tell me what you think as well in regards to these 3 videos and these 3 individuals in terms of their unselfishness that they shared and things and acts that they did in regards to it. So leave a comment again, and of course, this is our game, it is our culture, it is our globe. So it's not all the time on the field of play, but it's about a culture, it's about a game, and it's about a worldwide thing. So sports unifies everybody. So appreciate you, all my subscribers, all my friends here on the platform. Thank you so much. Much more to come, and we're going to be sharing much more all the time. Until we do another video, I want to say thank you and kudos. God bless. World Cup coming up. Remember, get connected and stay connected with that. SportsGlobe.